guys, as you can see this is going to be a video that's just off the cuff, but it's something I wanted to do. I was tagged by Starlight, the Wild Witch. If you want to go over to her channel, brilliant, lovely, hi Star. And the tag is for My Magical YouTube Journey. And there are 25 questions. I have my lovely granddaughter.
Hello.
Summer's going to be doing the questions and I'm just going to be doing the answers. This was actually set up by Starlight. So let's go for it.
What is your channel name and the significance behind it?
The significance behind it. So I am Tuva Norse Witch, and the reason I picked it is because when I first started the channel I had a different name. It was called Gothic Witch. I was into the coven that I was in and it was all about traditional craft. A lot of the videos I made were obviously a long time ago, so not relevant. I took them off the channel and I decided I wanted the channel to actually represent who I really am. I have Scandinavian roots and DNA, and I wanted it to sort of portray that, so that's why I did the name Tuva.
What type of content do you do on your channel?
Well, it's aimed really for all types of witches and pagans and people that do any form of light work, but it is mainly about my journey in the shamanical side of Nordic practice, which comes under the term for me as Seda, but I also put bits on which is for the relevance behind actual craft, the beginning stages to help people, like meditations and, you know, little exercises, how to do salt and water and all the things that you really need to know, the basics. So you've got the stuff which is for those that are further on, but also stuff for those that are just starting out.
What inspired you to start your channel?
It was way back when YouTube first started, and I got into it because my lovely granddaughter here had been born with serious disabilities and we wanted to know more stuff, so I was searching YouTube for it. It was a new platform and it was really great, and my daughter made a video all about my granddaughter Summer, and she put it on this site and I didn't know what it was, and everyone could watch it and I was really in awe. We'd not had anything like this, and I realised it was an actual platform. So I really wanted at first just to put some videos out, guys, but later on I wanted to share my experiences and what I had learned. I wanted to share with people, I wanted to be able to do what I'd said in the coven as a high priestess. It was my vocation to teach others, and that's what I've been doing ever since.
How long have you been on YouTube as a content creator?
I started in 2009, as I say, what I said in the last question, through just interest in what was going on. It was such a new thing, and so when I first started I only had my laptop. Actually, I was using the camera on my laptop and I was just talking into it and wasn't editing or anything. It just went on there as it was.
I remember.
Yeah. So yeah, 2009.
What are your hobbies outside of the channel?
Well, I do like to do crafting of all sorts of things, especially with clay. So I use a lot of polymer clay, and I make things like this statue here.
She has loads of statues.
Which is something that I made, and if anybody's ever interested in one, just let me know. And also I do enjoy watching horror movies. I am doing a lot of my own music now as well, how to put it all together and make something out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Is there a new style of content you want to try?
Well, I would like to open up more, but I'm not sure in what angle yet. I did think at one stage I needed to look into the Anglo-Saxon side of stuff, and I haven't really done that, which is something maybe I should look into because I've got heritage in that as well. I'm also continuing on my study, which is going to help me with my Seder practice. It's also going to help me to progress in other things that are to do with that but are not as normally relevant. I'll leave that at that, really.
Alright. How do you plan out your content?
How do I plan it out? It's a bit of a mishmash. I normally get the idea and then I do my research, and I don't write things down really. I put stuff on my phone, just little notes here and there to help me to go through, but apart from that I don't script nothing. It all comes like as it is, and then obviously if it's live, it's live. If it isn't, then I do the editing and take out what I don't want. But yeah, I mean, it's basically my attitude is I got the idea, I've got the interest and the excitement to do it. I just got to do it the way I feel rather than the way it's written down.
What are your tools of the trade?
Oh, tools of doing YouTube. I have 2 cameras, only like cheap ones, guys. They're not like really expensive ones. I mean, they cost enough, but they're not like worth loads of money. Both Sonys, and they're both camcorders. I have 2 tripods. I did have 3 lights, but 2 of them are now broken. I have side lights. I do have a microphone, which I don't use that much really. My phone when it's necessary. And that's about it really. And I've got to say, guys, you don't need all this sort of equipment. I've gained this since 2009. So it's like grown gradually. And there are things I would really love, like a box light and things like that. But
Yeah.
to be honest, you can make do with just a camera on your phone.
As a content creator, do you experience burnout? If so, what does that look like for you? And how do you recover from it?
Right, yes, as a creator I have gone through some terrible times where it's been an effort to even think about getting my camera out. And I think the reasoning behind that is you start to doubt yourself. You start to think, I'm doing all this, and it does take time out of your life. You know, if I was going out and about, I wouldn't have time. It takes a long time to film and then edit, because basically you are the one performing, you're the one that's researched, you're the one that's producing, then you're the editor, and then you're the one that's putting it out there. You expect sometimes to see more comeback on it than what you get. And over a period of time when you are doing this, you know, like at one stage I was doing them mainly nearly every day, and it was just, I ate, slept and done YouTube. And I don't get any money for any of my videos, guys. I don't get anything back apart from likes and subscribers, but always in the back of my mind as being, do you really not want to do it anymore? What would you be doing if you wasn't doing it? Take a break, take time out for yourself. And that's what I do. When I feel that feeling, I take a break, even if it's only for a few days. And to be honest, sometimes when I do that, I'm still thinking, I should be doing this, I should be doing this. It's very difficult. So I would say to any creators out there, don't let it get to that. When you start to feel tired or losing that oomph for it, take a break. Sit back and not have anything to do with it for a few days. You'll then go back fresh in your mind and the way you feel, and it will help your content. And don't worry, because the one thing that worried me was if I have a rest, I'm going to lose all the subscriptions. People are going to get fed up, not want to know, and I will lose all the work that I've put in. And that is not the case. If you have people that are really interested in your channel and what you're doing, they will be there when you come back.
Which video are you the most proud of and why?
To be honest, guys, I don't have one that I can really put my finger on that I am proud of. To me, they're like stories when I'm doing them. It's like writing a book. You've got a intro, a start, a middle, an end and a finish. And once they're done, I check them over and then I forget about them because I've got the next one coming up. What I am proud of is that I've managed to do over 300 videos, and never ever in my wildest dreams did I ever think that I would be able to put over 300 videos on my channel. So that is what I'm proud of, not the actual videos themselves.
Who inspires you within the magical or pagan YouTube community?
I'd say Freya Norling, Yona Yinton. It's the energy that they give with Freya. It's the energy that I work with, that type of thing. And it really helps me to ground myself into it. There is a lot with Yona Yinton about her energy and some of the things that she unconsciously says. And, you know, she doesn't come over as a pagan or anything, or not a proclaimed one, but anyone who watches her will know that that is what she is. And I can't really think of any others, to be honest. My stuff hasn't really come over the years, so yeah.
Okay. Are there any channels you recommend?
Oh, definitely. I would definitely recommend Pagan Crafting. She is brilliant at what she does. She does this beautiful work with art and magic, and it's so relaxing to watch her. She has a very soothing voice and I just really like her stuff. Then you've got Lavender Hazelwood Witches, who works a lot with animals, and her magic with that and the way she films is so lovely. I just love that. And then we have Wild Moon Lilith, and I just like her stuff too. She's very in the sort of stuff that I enjoy watching. So, you know, go give them some love, guys. And of course I like Starlight the Wild Witch. They all have so much to give, and a lot of the craft ones are really exciting to watch. Gives me ideas to what I want to do.
Do you believe there are misconceptions about being a magical pagan YouTuber?
Yeah, I do, and I do believe it's brought on by ourselves, because you can blame the fact that we're not mainstream, and I tell you where it notices, and it notices to me when you're looking at the channel builder, the ones that do look at channels to help people. You never get anything about witchcraft or paganism or anything like that. No channels get reviewed on that subject. But then you could say that about cooking programs on there, and you know, different things that people are not looking at as much. They normally do stuff on gaming and vlogs and stuff like that, and help people build their channels. And I don't think it's done deliberately. I just think that there are so many subjects on YouTube. That's one misconception. Another is that we also blame ourselves, saying that because we are in this sort of niche that it's limited. And that's not true, guys. There are millions of pagans and witches out there that are watching stuff. So we have to get out of that mindset. Yep.
What do you like and dislike about being a YouTuber?
What do I like about it? I like the fact that there's a platform that I can put teaching videos on, that I can get everything I've learned out there and not have to pay to do it. But I don't like the way small creators are treated on YouTube, because there's no way we can contact YouTube. There's no way we can make money unless you really want to start your own businesses. You can't do the AdSense and all that until you've been verified. And I know people have problems getting that, the verification, and then to be allowed to enter the partnership, even though some people have got to where they need to be. They've got their 4,000 hours and they've got their 1,000 subscribers. Don't get them anywhere. Things that I really don't like is when they put adverts on your videos in the wrong places, and they're making money from that and we're not. So for example, I'm doing a meditation, people are doing this meditation, and then halfway through is an advert for toilet rolls or an advert for perfume. I'm sorry, how is that helping my channel? Why do they not put those adverts at the beginning and the end? You know, so they're my bugbears on that.
What are some of the challenges and struggles you face creating on this platform, and how do you overcome them?
Okay, well, a lot of people know that I am disabled and I do have a lot of health issues, and sometimes I cannot manage to do stuff because I just can't physically do it. The challenge is to keep going with these problems. My worst issue is my eyes and my hearing. I suffer with partial blindness, and sometimes it gets worse than other times, and so when I'm trying to see what I'm doing, it's not very easy, like reading things or seeing things where I am on the camera. It can be quite funny. I remember taking a video once where I thought I was in it, and then when I was editing I wasn't even in it. And there's other times when I want to do close-up and I just cannot see what I'm doing. Lighting candles is also very difficult. I have to sometimes hold the wick to put the light near it to get there. So yeah, there are struggles, but I do believe that to do it as much as you can, to do what you can, will make you feel better inside. There are challenges, but challenges are there to be met and conquered, and that's what I try to do when I'm making my videos.
What is your opinion, monetisation, paywalls, or other exclusive content?
Now, the strange thing with Patreon is I know I could do it, but you doubt yourself as a creator and you think, am I being a bit cheeky asking for money? But when you look at the cost of producing videos and the time involved and the effort, it's a good thing for those that can do a little bit extra, because obviously people are paying for more things. So you've got to be able to keep up a heavy schedule to do that. But when you see the little box comes down and says, do you want to become a member, yes or no? And I just think you've gone to watch a video and all of a sudden this thing comes up. And I think that can be a bit off-putting to some people. But for those that really like doing that, that's cool. You know, everyone's different. And I've no doubt eventually that's what I will be doing. But I've got to get myself over that. Am I worthy?
Do you have any boundaries on this platform? Why and why not?
I don't think I do, to be honest. To me, my channel is about the craft. It's about learning stuff of the craft and learning how to be the best you can be. But there are types of practices that sometimes are a no-no, and that would be things like sex magic and blood magic and things that a lot of people have got a problem with. That would be the only area I think I haven't got boundaries on, but there might be other people that would have. So no, I have no boundaries that way.
Do you have any current goals for your channel?
I do have a lot of current goals. At the moment I'm doing live streams, and to be honest guys, I suffer with nerves, and you wouldn't believe how bad my nerves are before going live. And I think the reason for that is because I don't know if anyone's going to turn up, and if they do turn up, are they going to actually speak to me? And so I go prepared with what I want to do, but I want to become more fluid, and I want it to become more just open to chat, and you know, somewhere people can come and just chat to me. But until I get more people coming onto the live stream, it's not going to happen that way. So yeah, that's my live stream. I also want to do where I'm going to bring people on as guests, and it's getting my head around all the technology, but that is the next aim for me. I would really like to do that. And there is a thing now on YouTube Lives which allows you to do that. So you might see me chatting to people. I might suddenly send someone a link and hope that they're going to join me. I'm going to talk to a lot of creators and ask if they'd be interested, because I don't want to step on other creators' toes, but I do know a lot of people are doing these things. But I'm sure if I do it just not so much questions and answers, but just as a chat with people on that particular subject that night, it might make a good live. So we're looking at that.
Okay. What are some of the mistakes you've made and how did you fix them?
I think you, as a YouTuber, you make mistakes every time you film. There are times that you've done a film and you look at it afterwards and think, oh my god, that's awful, and you have to redo it all again. Or things can go wrong, like for example, you film a whole session and then you find you didn't switch the button to record. And it's easy to then think, oh, I've had enough. The times that my batteries run out and I didn't know and I've carried on, and then I've got to wait for the battery to redo. There are ways out of it, and that is always be prepared. When making videos, always have everything to hand that you're going to need. Otherwise you'll be running around the house trying to find stuff. It's ridiculous, but there are ways out.
What are some of the ways your channel has grown since your first video?
Even though I've been on the channel since 2009, guys, I haven't been like constant and doing the sort of stuff that I'm doing now. So I'd say from 2021 I took it more serious. So it's grown since then, and I'm now at 930 something, 35 subscribers. And it's easy to look at other channels and think, oh, they're doing better than me. Obviously people are not that interested. It's got nothing to do with that, guys. It's to do with the algorithm, whether your stuff is getting out there. And sometimes with the billions of videos that's going onto YouTube, to get where we are getting, it's great. So I think it has grown slowly, and I am getting a lot more people that are commenting and stuff. So I do think it is growing, but it needs to grow a little bit more.
Have you ever wanted to quit making videos? Why or why not?
Oh yes. The times I've said, that's it, I've had enough. When I've had times in the past where I've had some very nasty comments, and they've really hurt, they've really hit home, and I wasn't prepared for them, you know. Some of them are so horrible. You know, one was saying that, you know, I deserved my children to die, that being a witch was awful, things like that. So yeah, you have to have a thick skin, but it's being happy with yourself. I did want to chuck it in a few times, but I've got over that now. Now I am more stable and static with it. So no, I wouldn't want to do it now.
What do you wish you knew before starting your YouTube channel journey?
What I wish I knew beforehand was, and I don't think it would have made any difference because I wanted to do it, the hard work behind it, the learning that you have to learn, and the fact that you don't always get the feedback that you would love to know, or the help. You are alone with it, unless you've got a really great partner that might be helping you. But a lot of people are doing their channels alone, and I just think you have to be consistent, and yeah, it's hard work. And I would say that to anybody. Don't expect miracles. Don't expect it to just vroom. You hear these people that start a channel up and a week later they're being monetized. You know, okay, good for them. Must be the niche that they were in. Must be something that really triggered people, that they loved it. And great, congratulations to these people. But you don't know when you first start. You're a novice, and a lot of your first videos are going to be rubbish, guys. I've got to say, I took down so many of my old videos.
She did.
Because they weren't up to standard, and so I got to the ones that were barely watchable. I kept some of them and I built on that. And that's the thing, if you start a channel and blow up overnight, you haven't got the experience behind you that you would have later on. So it's not a bad thing for it to take a while.
Do you post on any other platforms? If so, what are they?
No, I don't post on any other platforms. I've been tempted, but I'm thinking to myself, if you're posting the same stuff elsewhere, because otherwise you would be doing far more videos, and it's hard enough doing the ones that I'm doing. I don't know. Is it easier when you vlog? I don't know. But you've got to have a great life to be vlogging, to give good content. But as I said earlier, I am thinking of maybe doing Patreon. I don't know. I would like people's views on that, because I don't know if people would even be interested. I've heard of places like Twitch.
It's a live streaming place.
Oh, is it? I don't know. So at the end of the day, I don't even know of these other platforms that are available.
Do you have any advice for those wishing to create a channel?
Yeah, take your time on it, guys. And I would film some videos before you even upload them, before you even set your channel up. I would do at least 10 videos that you're happy with and keep them on your computer ready to upload. Set a schedule before you even start. Do an introduction video before you even get on there. Go on a site like Canva and sort out a banner for your channel, because all these things bring people in. And then set your channel up, put your banner up, put the intro video as your very first video, and also do a good thumbnail for your creations. And then try to do them weekly. So obviously you got 10 done. Once you start uploading them weekly, in fact you can schedule them, so you can put all 10 on and schedule them on the same time, same date, every week for those 10 weeks. And in those 10 weeks you build up another 10 videos, and then that way you stay consistent, and you also aren't so worried about getting so much stuff out. The other thing I would say is, don't do what I did, guys, and go for the long haul and do long videos. That was the worst thing I did, but it's something where I waffle so much I end up doing at least 20 minutes each time. A lot of people do 10 to 15 minutes, and I do think, depending on the subject, is apt for some people. And I think now with shorts and stuff like that, people are liking the shorter stuff more. So yeah, they're the things I would point out for people.
Who will you tag in this video?
Who am I going to tag in this video? Well, you know what the tag is. It is My Magical YouTube Journey. And I'm going to give these tags out to Pagan Crafting, The Witchling, Lavender Hazelwood Witches, Wild Moon Lilith, Heathen Hedge Witch, Shadow Sun, Lady Blind Wolf, and Jessica and the Moon. I think that's quite a few, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's enough to be getting on with. But guys, you do not have to be tagged in this. If you want to take part in it, just put a tag to my video so that I know you've done it, and then I can watch it and enjoy it. Thank you for watching, guys. I know this is something totally different to what I normally put on my channel, but it's just something I felt I'd like to do as I was tagged. If you want to do it, please do it, and I will leave the links below to all those that I mentioned for the tagging, and hope to see their videos. I'm going to leave it there. Wherever you are, whatever time of day, night or evening it may be, I wish you the best ever. House of a Lamb.